I went on a first date the other night, and she said one sentence that messed with me for days.
She was genuinely beautiful, a good vibe, and the conversations were decent. At some point, I asked the boring question everyone asks. So what do you do for fun, like hobbies? And there's this pause.
Then she looks at me and goes, honestly, I just doom scroll and bed rot. And I don't even remember what I said back. I just remember this feeling like, when did that become the normal answer?
And look, before you think I'm about to act superior, I'm not. I've sent my friends reels at 1 AM that adds nothing to anyone's life. There's definitely been a moment where my friend's waiting on a text from a girl. His phone lights up, he grins because he thinks it's her.
And it's me just sending the most useless thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
So look, I get it. Scrolling is funny, it's comforting, it's easy. But that's where they get you. That's the point.
How did we get to a place where our main hobby is consumption? I just think it's strange that so many people don't even want something to pursue.
You don't have to become the best at it. You just have to do something. Someone hit me with a question while I was scrolling the other day. Can you name the last 3 reels you watched? I tried and I could not. And that scared me more than it should have. Because if you can't remember what you just consumed, what was the point of consuming it? Based on this, I wanted to do some research. What damage is short form content actually doing? There's a big meta-analysis, over 71 studies and 100,000 participants. It found that heavier short form video use is linked with worse cognitive functioning, especially attention and inhibitory control.
Before someone says correlation isn't causation, I know, but correlation is still a warning sign, because the patterns make sense. Here's the simplest way to put it. Your brain gets better at reacting and worse at choosing.
You become amazing at impulse and weaker at intention. And I know you've felt this. That discomfort right before studying or training or doing the thing you said you cared about. That internal feeling of mental exhaustion. That's your brain basically saying, why would we do that when we could watch shorts and get a reward in 5 seconds without putting any energy in? It's engineered novelty. You get a new clip, you get that new hit over and over and over.
So your baseline shifts, you build tolerance, and the neutral things start feeling flat.
A book feels slow, a conversation feels boring, a walk feels empty. Even your own goals feel heavy. Not because those things are meaningless, but because your brain's been trained to expect hits every few seconds. And that's why bedrotting makes sense to people now, because when your reward system is fried, effort feels like pain, and doing nothing feels like relief.
Because why learn guitar for 6 months when you can get micro rewards every 5 seconds?
And there's another layer that makes it worse. We don't value doing anymore. We only value achieving. If you paint, it has to be good enough to post. If you dance, it has to be good enough to be impressive. If you start something, it has to become a thing. So people stop doing hobbies for the sake of being alive. And if you remove hobbies and replace them with consumption, you don't get rest, you get sedation.
Look, I don't have a clean ending. I still lose hours to it too. But the closest I've found to a cure is simple.
Creating. Because the moment you create, your attention comes back to you. You stop living inside other people's lives and you start building your own. That's all this is, me trying to live again. I've never felt so alive when I'm filming, because I'm actually grounded. I'm looking around the world and trying to depict what I want to film and how that's going to portray in my video. So this is my advice to you. Don't aim for perfection, aim for balance. Enough consumption to stay inspired and enough creation to stay human. So here's my question to you. What are you going to make?
Yeah, I might trip, I never fall. God knows I came close. Don't try this at home, I know I probably need to do better.